This here is a tale of what happens when you sit there thinking emotionally instead of logically. I was looking for a treadmill on Instagram. I wound up coming across this Instagram handle, Big Kennel. Now, he wound up reaching out to me in the DM because I had left a message under one of his pictures talking about the treadmill. And this is Big Kennels. He got 3,000 followers and he's following 2,600 people. The only person who I follow that follows him is K9 I don't know them personally, but that's just what it is. As you can see under his highlights, he has reviews of what he's done. And these here are reviews of customers through Instagram who say they like his work. That's very good to have. This here is also invoices showing of him doing business with people all across the state. The highlights he has available is very good for you to have. They're damn good for other people who want to buy from you to give encouragement that you can do business. As you can see, these here are individuals who he does business with. These are invoices that he done wrote to individuals as well. This here is more reviews of individuals liking the quality that he put together, and they're giving feedback about what he's done. This is all very good customer satisfaction. So anybody that's wanting to come do business with you. So I would say you always do that. So we're looking at his page right now. You see he got 217 pictures, and these here are pictures of what he's done. As you can see, this right here is a picture of him shipping out a treadmill. This is another picture, the one I had actually liked, and I think I tried to speak to him about it. I liked it myself. This here is another one. He's showing you his product that he has available. All these treadmills, they look similar and different at the same time. They all look like quality craftsmanship work. They're very good work as far as what it looks like in the pictures. You can see that all the pictures he got, even though he got like 3,000 people that follow him, Instagram don't really promote this page a lot for whatever reason, so he's not getting a whole lot of likes. 89, 63, 40, 58, 53, 44. It's averaging 50 plus per picture, per like per picture, which ain't too bad for this particular picture. Based off what this individual is selling, it's not too bad. He ain't getting a big push from Instagram. So we go back to me and his conversation. I let him know what I'm looking for. He telling me about weapon box. Like, I don't want a weapon box. I want the treadmill. How much for this here? The price plus shipping. It's as simple as that. He told me $645 plus shipping to Texas. Like, all right, cool. He giving me invoices about the people he done worked with before. I want to know how much the price plus shipping to ship to Fort Worth. That's where I want that. That's where I want that particular treadmill going to. He let me know that it's $645. And he said that the price of the $645 is including his shipping. That should have been a red flag number one. Because I think to ship something that's like, the way that amount is like $200-300 to FedEx. That should have been red flag number one, but I ain't paid that much mind to it. I just got excited because I feel like this is a deal. So I figured this dude must got some type of account with FedEx to where he can offer low shipping to customers, because I had an account with FedEx through my business because I make women's underwear at FrenchKissIntimates.com, and so I know that you can have an account through certain shipping agencies, and it is set off the shipping costs whenever you're doing business. I don't know how much it is for 200-300 pounds, but I know how much it is on 2 ounces. So I figured this here was the same thing. This person must have an account with FedEx, and he's able to eat the shipping through the price. So he told me he did business with somebody. He wound up shipping the treadmill to Detroit for $635. I wanted to know how you take payments and everything, and also what all they had available. He's showing me the pictures of what he got available. And he was like, I take payment through Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, all that shit. He let me know that he gonna send me pictures and invoices with the tracking number so I can track my package. I asked him if everything was a free spinning deal, because I ain't want nothing that was a hard spinning deal. I wanted something more that was for endurance and less strength. So I needed a free spinning deal. So I wanted to know what that was. The red one for $635, because he quoted me $645, and I said if the red was $635, he was like, yes. Cool, I want to know what's the weight capacity for them dogs. He said 200 plus. That's kind of normal for a big treadmill like this right here. Even though I don't need a treadmill that's for 200 plus dog, I need something that can handle about a 70-pound dog, because none of my dogs get really over 50 pounds. But 200 seemed to be the going rate, so I'm going to eat that. I asked him what's your PayPal info. He told me what it was, but he wanted me for PayPal to send the money to him as a friend and family instead of business. Now, I don't never do PayPal business that way. I always send my PayPal money through a business transaction instead of a friends and family, because the friends and family means it'll make it more difficult for me to be able to say that it was fraud or something went wrong if I do friends and family, because PayPal makes it to where the friends and family person gets the whole amount up front. PayPal doesn't charge them a fee for that transaction. Now, I understand why anybody's doing business would also want to say, hey, don't send this as a business transaction, send it as a friends and family, because they get to get the whole amount. But as I said before, since I do business, the French Kiss women's.com and I make women's underwear, I know for a fact that it's going to have to be a business transaction to PayPal if you're doing business. And whenever I do it, I have to make sure that I add the taxes that PayPal is going to charge me into my price already. I won't have to eat the cost like that. I'm used to it. Anybody doing business should be as well. It covers you, so you should always do a business transaction to PayPal when you're doing business. If they don't want you to do it as a business transaction, don't fuck with them. He wanted me to do it through friends and family. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I also asked him, what's your Cash App instead? You can do a Cash App the exact same way, but you don't have to put friends and family or business on there. Cash App does it their normal way anyway. Cash App makes it where the individual can get the money up front without a problem. He told me what his name was on Cash App. I said, fine, I got you covered. And I sent him the deposit right then and there. $200 deposit to let him know I'm serious about getting this done. And like that, I told him, hey, just give me a call since this is working like that. And I sent him my phone number. He confirmed that everything went good, but he never called me. I ain't worried about it. So he hit me up the next day, wanted to know when would the next payment come through. I told him, hey, I'll pay you once a week until the payment is done. And in the last week, I'll pay you the amount of money in full. He asked me for the name and address. I sent him the name and address of where I wanted it to go. He wanted to make sure that everything was coming in how it was supposed to. And I was like, yeah, everything coming through, not a problem. He let me know that he wanted to get everything situated and right so that he can send my information to FedEx so he can get the shipping stuff put together. To me, that was kind of early, but I wasn't really sweating. I told him I'd send him a screenshot when I sent the second one, which I did. I sent the second one on the next week. I sent him a screenshot of it going through. This is where shit went a little bit left, where it started to go a little left. Because when I sent him the second payment, he had to go confirm, and then he told me that Cash App had declined it. And I was like, you show Cash App declined this here? Because I just sent it right now, the same way I sent it before. And he said, please send it the way you sent it earlier without the description. Now, whenever I do money over Cash App, I do business enough to where I need to know what I've done. So I put a description as to what I'm paying for on Cash App so I know whenever I get my invoice what I bought. That's just what I do. I take the time out to do it. So I sent him the money the first time. It was like this here. It was this amount of money to the individual he told me to send it to, and it says with the description for the treadmill payment. He didn't want me to put that on there for whatever reason, but that's what I need to do for my own personal benefit so I understand what I'm spending my money on. He said the payment didn't go through. I'm like, are you sure? Because when I'm looking through my bank account, it's showing that it's pending. So even though it's pending, it may not have went through. I'm like, man, did you get everything situated? I said, because it's not showing a refund on my end. He wanted me to hold on. He let me know the payment got rejected, and that's why it's pending. And I'm like, I don't really think the banks work like that. But it's cool. We can work it out. Once everything gets situated, if it did get rejected, it's going straight back to my bank account, so it's not a big issue. I just resend it back to you. That's not a problem. Once it clear or once it come back, I just send it all back to you. My bank account, let them know it still say pending on my bank account, but it doesn't clear it through Cash App because it did clear through Cash App. He wanted to make sure that everything was situated, and I told him that's who I am. And so he also decided to show me this is what the invoice is going to look like. And I'm looking at the invoice like, he's missing the actual address to my shit.
I just chunked it up as just a typo or whatnot. There should have been a red flag that I overlooked as well. So I also let him know that the price was supposed to be $635 because he's telling me that the price is $645. So I went on here and sent him a screenshot of our earlier conversation about the price being $635. But since it's a $10 extra fee, I wasn't going to really sweat that. I got on here, chunked it up. It's just a cost of doing business. Wasn't a big concern. I'm just letting them know, hey, this is what you told me. And so while he's sitting there telling me that I'm supposed to get the refund probably by tomorrow, I told him, you know what, just go and send me a screenshot of Cash App declining the payment, which ain't nothing hard to do because I done had a few payments through Cash App that got refunded back to me. So I told him, just send me a screenshot of that. He told me, cool, hold on, I'll let you see it. I never got nothing, which also started throwing up some red flags for me as well. That's some more red flags. So I tell him, hey man, where's the screenshot? He proceeded to go ahead and let me know, hey, it done been declined. He's trying to figure this out. And then he said, I just saw this right here. So this here should give you confirmation. And this here it says Nick Levin sent $200 payment for treadmill. I'm thinking to myself, cool, you got the money. He telling me, yeah, I'm just trying to be real with it. I'm like, all right, how long is shipping going to normally take? He proceeded to tell me, I'm glad you got it back. I'm like, hold on, dude, I didn't get no money back. I ain't got nothing back from you. And so I just asked him, did you receive the $200 or not? He sit and tell me pretty much no. So I tell him, look here, man, I done with refunds through Cash App before. So I go ahead and send him a screenshot of somebody who did my taxes for me before. She charged kind of a lot, so I had to make payments on that. And I tell him, hey, this is how refunds do. I haven't got a refund from you or a rejected payment from you through Cash App. I show him what it looks like on my end of Cash App, which is this amount right here. Everything went through. He gone ahead telling me, nah, that's not possible. He giving me all these excuses. You can read it for yourself. I tell him, look here, my bank account still say pending. After that, he proceeded to show me his screenshot, which is this here. I immediately, right then and there, knew something was kicking off. Because this dude got a lot of Bitcoin in his Cash App activity, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But my name's not nowhere on here. The screenshot he gave me doesn't have me at all on here. So that already done pissed me off. And so I just told him, you know what? Once the bank account goes through from pending, I'll let you know. If it gets sent back to you, man, I'll resend it. Because as I said before, I was in an emotional state trying to buy something that I wanted because they had it. The next day show up and I send them my bank account statement. My bank account showed me that actual payment went straight through, which is this amount. Once it went through, I knew something was up then. That's a smoking gun for your boy. So I let him know, hey man, whoever I had to send the money to, they got the money. Ain't no refund coming back to me. Either find the money or we can just cancel this order. He wanted to know what is my Cash App name, which pissed me off because I'm like, dude, I done business with you already. You should know my Cash App name. And the only people who ask for Cash App through a social media app is the scammers, because they always trying to send you some fake money or I want to help you with some shit. That just threw everything off to where I decided I'm going to go ahead and contact my bank. And so I let him know, man, this is what it should look like. If you want to know my Cash App name, this is where I sent the money to. Why don't you figure out where it's at? He's sitting there trying to figure things out. And as you can see, I told him, dude, if you're trying to figure out my Cash App name because you're having a problem finding me, just go back 2 days, which I just sent the money within 2 days, or go back 8 days ago. It's a $200 payment. You should be able to see this because the money wasn't a whole lot, but there was a lump sum coming in that you can easily find. I told him off top, look at dude, only people asking for a Cash App name is scammers, and this is what you're starting to look like. He proceeded to try to plead his case or whatnot, and this is when I started thinking logically, because then I started going through reading our messages, and I was listening to how he's speaking to me. And I was like, dude, you know what? Send me a screenshot of the payment showing it's been declined, because I've been asking for the screenshot for declined payment through Cash App, which he ain't gave it to me. So he was like, you know what, man? It should be back to you on Monday. This is a Saturday. It should be back to you on Monday. I like, dude, you know what? You got my phone number, man. Just call me. Fuck all this talking to her. Just call me. We can get everything done. He proceeded to keep talking to me, so I asked him, are you not willing to call me? This dude proceeded to tell me in the AM. Now, me and him is having a conversation. It started at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think right now it's probably like maybe 7 a.m. When he sit and say, in the AM, I'm thinking to myself, it's already morning time. What the fuck you talking about in the AM? That's when I realized you must not be from this country. Because when I said, I started going back and reading through our messages. I started looking at how he's talking to me, you know, with Sir, Mr. Nick, this and that. Nobody does business in the way that he's actually speaking back to me, which is how I registered. And then sitting there saying that we already spoken about him, I'm like, dude, we ain't never spoken, period. So he proceeded to go ahead and give me his phone number, which is this one right here. I called it. Right when I called that phone number, it sent me to a Google number. And I told you it's like around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. The person that answered that phone number through that Google number sounded so groggy, and when I told them who I was and who I was trying to speak to, they said and told me, you got the wrong number. And that's when everything just sent off to me. I'm like, you know what, man, just fuck, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take it as a loss. After that, called my bank, got everything situated with my bank. They went on ahead and started refunding me back my money. I'm just giving you a heads up that this particular handle is scamming individuals.